given that the Lions Gate opened last Thursday and we're a week into this, I wanted to share some insights and channel on some matters around this that will hopefully make sense to you, but most importantly, support you on this current journey. The energies around us are very dense, they're very heavy, and they really are weighing a lot of us down. I've been seeing and experiencing myself, and also hearing from other clients, similar types of symptoms, that they are feeling lethargic, tired, unmotivated, depressed, anxious, fearful. Some are overeating, and some are feeling like they don't feel like eating at all. There's a wide gamut of emotional and sort of physical experiences that we are having, let alone emotional, at the moment as a consequence. What I did want to tell you though, that there are some ways that we can manage this, let's say, better, because it may not completely take it away from you. I'm willing to admit that, but I do feel like it's an opportunity for us to keep transcending what's happening. April from the Energy Oracle kindly says, and this is true, that you can also check in and ask your guides and your angels to help clear these energies, because we are collapsing timelines. This is very true. I, for one, can say that there's been a particular timeline that's come up for me on Saturday and came up again on Sunday, the same one. It felt very heavy, it felt very dense, I felt very stuck in this, and I felt like I slumped. And what I can tell you though, that I was able to see that timeline for what it has been in, let's say, other lives. I'm not a believer that time is linear, so I will say it has occurred in other lives. But it has shown up again in this time for me to release. I know this is not my truth anymore. In that respect, I have ascended or grown or evolved, however you would like to say it, to have a deeper awareness about this particular repetitive theme that has occurred in my lifetimes or realities. So I was able to really turn it on its head and see it for what it is, that no, this is not my truth right now, even if I'm feeling it, but I will do the release that needed to happen for all of those other lifetimes and what's been left over for this. So while we are moving through our own, let's call it, stories that we've been carrying through different lives or different experiences or realities, dimensions, while we are clearing these, and this does and it will create more space in the cosmos for that which we do call in, what we are also finding though, we are also clearing collective energies. And this is where it can be a little bit tricky. So it's almost worth checking in first, is this particular thing that I'm experiencing mine? What has it got, or what is it showing me and presenting to me for me to learn and grow from? And how can I move beyond that? And usually it is by literally witnessing it, getting the clarity around what it is and has been, and then asking your angels and guides, or even yourself, giving yourself permission to release, to let go, and to visualize this just dissolving back into pure white light, to unconditional love, and letting it go. If you need to grieve something, if you need to feel anger, if you feel anger and you need to express it, please do. This is not about perfection. This is about going through the motions and letting go as needed. The other part to this though is, as I mentioned earlier, is that we are also clearing energies for the collective. Now, one of the energies that's been around me for a bunch of days now has been anxiety. And it's very easy, because our ego loves to do this, it's very easy for me to then find a reason why I am anxious. And let me tell you, that beautiful mind of mine, and it's very creative, it's very visual, it ran off and has been running a little storyline in the background about why I'm anxious. And this storyline, I will tell you, is a complete and utter illusion. How do I know? Because if I put my hand on my heart and check in with myself about how I actually feel about this situation, it is the complete antithesis. There is only love. There is no fear. There is no fear even of future. So what can be helpful right now is to notice if you are feeling depressed or anxious or stressed, even exhausted. Just check in with the universe, with source, even with your higher self, and ask, is this mine? because chances are it isn't. And when you realize it isn't, it does also give you more permission, if that's what's needed, to let this go. It allows you to come back to yourself. It allows you to feel into who you are. And I do recommend putting your hand on your heart while you do this, checking in what is your truth. And in my case, what I was able to do was to release that storyline in knowing that there is anxiety there, yes, and acknowledging that, yes, but being aware that I didn't need to find a reason for that, it freed me up. And within that space, I just sat this morning doing what I normally do, feeding my little one, making breakfast for myself, and realized that, yes, there's low-level anxiety there, but just let it be. And interestingly, it just dissolved itself. I didn't even need to do anything. And I think really what was quite crucial was the fact that I was aware that I didn't need to feed it. I did not need to add any more energy to what is there. So be aware again, light workers, we know that we do this. I know how sensitive we are at the best of times, let alone right now. Be aware that you can check in. Is this energy mine or not? If it is yours, recognize it for what it is. Feel it. Ask your angels and your guides to help you let it go. Witness it dissipate. But allow yourself that process. If it is not yours, again, by checking in, hand on heart, asking, know that you can release any storylines, past, present, future, that you have attached to this energy. Recognize that it is us filtering out the denser and heavier energies, because the collective is evolving and ascending. And this part is quite important. You are not alone. We are not alone, and we were not meant to do this alone. We know we are one. Yes, of course you are. That's why I'm feeling things that probably people on the other side of the world are feeling or are releasing. We are one. We are not separate. And even the fact that we are all going through this now is an opportunity for us to reach out and to support one another. And for that very reason, I want to thank the people that have been so kind in inadvertently or out of nowhere almost contacting me, sending me love or sending me healing or checking in. Let's all keep doing this for one another. There are people in your soul tribe. If you think of them or for some reason they've come to mind, send them a quick message. Send them a gold heart. Doesn't matter. Just send them some love and light, even using your own good intentions. Because when we're doing this all together, what happens is we are able to shift this a lot faster, and we will. And I can tell you this, that we are all going to rise above this, that it will pass, and we will only all come out that much shinier for it. So hang in there, reach out for support if you need it. Please share the support and answer and share the love, basically, because we need it right now. But we will get through this. We already are. I feel like I already am. And I'm ever so grateful. Sending you all so much love and light on your journeys. And thank you. Thank you for your contributions in this as well.